Wednesday.
It's the future. I'm just refreshing. Stream quality excellent. Stream quality excellent.
I guess I should go to the chat room. That's where the chatters are.
That is where the chatters are.
Where we do the chits and the chats.
Handlebar Games just went live on Twitch, says my email. Why, yes. Yes, we did. How is everybody doing this fine Tuesday evening / Wednesday morning? I'm talking to you, chat room, so feel free to jump in.
It's like, I'm talking to you.
I hope everyone is doing well. I know we were off last week, almost a little bit kind of by accident. I was going to try and stream when I was in LA, and then John had said he was going to try and stream, but then he couldn't find someone else to work with him, and he was packing to leave, and there was all kinds of other things that happened, and we all sort of just forgot. And so I apologize. I did come hang out with you guys in the chat for a little bit, and that was fun. While I was actually editing the streams from the anniversary. So that was cool.
And those are up on YouTube now, right?
Those are up on YouTube now. So if you want to go watch the first appearance of Scholar, first appearance of Misinformation, and the first appearance of The Final Wasteland, you can now see that live on YouTube.
Cool.
We are liver after this ad. So those of you in the chat, I would be shocked if you didn't already know this, because our awesome people in the chat tend to follow us elsewhere as well. But we're looking for a little bit of help, not this week at PAX Australia, but next week in Columbus, Ohio, at the Ohio Game Development Expo, which is a cool little local dev conference that's been growing every year. It's been going on, I think this is the 3rd or maybe the 4th year. And we will be there. Me and Jennifer will be there running the booth, and we could use some help. So if you are around, shoot us an email at handlebar.com/contact and let us know that you'll be around. And we will give you a free pass to the show so you can go explore a bit on your own in exchange for working a couple shifts at the booth. Fun times. John's getting an ad.
Yeah, I was trying to get in the chat room on my computer, but it's not working. So I am going on my phone.
Aha. All right. Well, while he's doing that, I will just say welcome to the Handlebar. What the heck?
Handlebar.
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 Welcome to the Handlebar live stream of Sentinels of the Multiverse. The goal of these streams is always to show you how to play the game, as well as cover some strategy that can help you win. And as we are the developers, you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe even see some stuff before anyone else. The game includes a tutorial that covers the basics, but we do our best to explain what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we may play more than one full game in a session. Which typically sessions last somewhere anywhere between an hour and 2 hours. We usually aim for about an hour and a half. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for Android tablets, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, who are all playing multiplayer. And hopefully very soon the iOS people will be joining them. You guys probably saw our post about why multiplayer has not come yet to iOS. And that was due to Apple. And strangely enough, variants.
Yes.
Who'd have thunk
mystery
it?
Feature from the past.
Yes. So we're still working on how we're going to solve that internally. But stay tuned. We will let you know as soon as we know. But hopefully the 1.5, now what will be the 1.5.1 update, will hopefully be going live on iOS soon. It's been about a week since we resubmitted it. And so, yeah, hopefully it'll be through soon. But as you know, it's 8 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday here in Cleveland. But John is living in a whole different time and space and country. Where are you, John?
I am upside down. I am in Melbourne, Australia. And it's a lovely city. It's springtime here. We were here last year. It's actually a little warmer during the daytimes now than it was last year. and it's really nice. We're here getting ready for PAX Australia. We also have some of the Greater Than Games folks here. We'll be setting up our booth today, and the show starts in 2 days. So to you, that would be Thursday, but here it's Friday.
Yes. It'll be starting Thursday, like late evening. Or like evening, I guess. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. for you is like 7 or 8 p.m. here, right? Something like that.
Well, it's 11 a.m. right now.
It's 11 a.m. there, right? Yes. Okay, got it.
Yep. So
cool.
So if you want to follow what's going on, you'll have to stay up late.
Indeed. So what's this over here, guys? Yes, it's not. You have to forgive our UI stuff. We haven't finished this yet, but you'll notice now when I'm starting a new custom game, we've got the Mini Pack 2 option here. Because the Mini Pack 2 is in heavy testing now. We don't have anything to announce yet regarding release date for that, but it's clearly getting there. So expect to hear something more about that fairly shortly. Again, since I was traveling last week, John is traveling this week, and I am again traveling next week. You know, sometimes making the game gets in the way of selling the game and vice versa. But we do what we can. We're a small team. But we promise to let you know just as soon as we know when Mini Pack 2 will be able to get out into your grubby little expansion season pass holding hands.
Mm-hmm. It is getting there, and we're able to demo it, so
exactly.
You can watch it today.
Yes, indeed. All right, so John, I am in Absolution number 2.
Okay.
To join me.
1 second.
And you guys will notice that I've changed my avatar. What have I changed my avatar to, you ask? Well, that would be the Scholar. Yes, I have seen
what happened to my
light.
avatar?
I've seen the light of the Scholar.
I forgot to save it.
I know how a lot of people talk about how the Scholar is their favorite, and he is rapidly climbing the ranks in my favorites. I've basically been playing tons of games with him in various other lineups, and I'm pretty happy about it.
So you're going to play the Scholar?
I'm definitely playing the Scholar tonight.
Cool.
Excuse me. Sorry, there's a cold floating around my house. All 3 of my kids had it when I got back from Los Angeles, and I think it might be creeping into me as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of pollen floating around out here in Sydney, Melbourne, so I'm also getting a little bit of fun allergy times and whatnot. Someone, Stratosphere, asked in the chat, how much does going to conventions help you in Greater Than Games?
It's hard to know, to be honest with you. You know, one of the things that we sort of, you know... Sorry if I'm messing with my microphone here. I'm trying to change it so I don't have to be leaning over it. Hopefully that'll...
You're definitely messing with it.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I can sit up more straight so I'm not messing with my throat here. The problem is that the coughing is hurting my stomach because of the pizza that I ate earlier is causing a bunch of heartburn. I'm not in good shape is what I'm saying, basically. What was I talking about?
We were talking about conventions.
It depends on the convention. So, like, the PAX shows are really mostly about getting out in front of you guys, the fans, and, like, showing you what we're working on and meeting you and a little bit of catching people who've never seen the game before or maybe heard of it but haven't tried it in a while. This is not going to go well, I can tell already. The show that I just came back from is called Indiecade, and that was actually more a show of me meeting with industry people. So marketing types, publishing types, meeting with people from PlayStation, meeting with people from Xbox, just to sort of, you know, from a business side of things, getting things, you know, figuring out where we're going to go next with Sentinels, with other projects, et cetera, et cetera. And that is also kind of hard to quantify in terms of how it helps us in what ways. But, you know, how do you measure how good a relationship is? I don't know.
Yeah, I think one thing to consider is that the only marketing that Greater Than Games does for Sentinels is shows. And it's gotten to where it is today with that. So I think it's worked pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, we tend to piggyback on what they do at a lot of those types of shows. But we're also exploring ways that we can market outside of our core. Because what we've discovered over the last year, and I don't know how deep we want to go into how the sausage is made, but like we sort of realized that what we are really good at right now is selling Sentinels of the Multiverse to people who already love Sentinels of the Multiverse and people who already love tabletop games. But one of the reasons we took on this project is because we feel like this is a game that there's a much bigger market for digitally amongst people who may never get this game to the table. And so that's why we're working on how do we market outside of those core groups. And that's a lot of what I've been focused on most recently. So.
Cool. All right. Let's pick a team. Maybe we'll pick a team and have the stream choose what villain, or do you want to do something else?
No, that's fine with me.
All right. So we'll pick our team, and then the chat can choose the villain and the environment based on that team.
All right. So it looks like we've got Scholar and Bunker, GI Bunker, Unity, and yes, John's favorite. Is that your favorite?
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's my favorite character, but...
All right, so we got Scholar, GI Bunker, Unity, and Argent Adept. In that order, what would you guys like us to play? Actually, Silverleaf, I've actually looked into that. There was a... she asks when we're coming to the UK.
I'm going to be in the UK.
John's going to be in the UK. I don't know about for a show, but I know that there's a couple different UK festivals and what's it called? Conferences and things that I've looked at. There's one, I think it was called EGX. It was just like a month ago. That seemed like a good one for us. There's a lot of good indie stuff happening there. So we're considering something like that for next year maybe. And we'll see. You know, if something's going to be there in the month when John is there, maybe we'll put something together.
Yeah, there's I'll be there for UK UK Games Expo, which is the big one. I'm not sure if we're going to be exhibiting or I'll just be attending, so we'll be there for sure in some capacity.
Yeah, I think Paul had said something to me about how they were considering doing something for that show, maybe. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we will. That would be pretty cool. And I might even try and find a way to fly out and meet you there, because I would love to be at a show in the UK. I haven't been to the UK since 2001. So...
Yeah, so we haven't really talked about it, but I'm actually going to be traveling around the world quite a bit for the next few months. I'm here for PAX Australia, but I'm going to be staying in this neck of the woods for a while. Going to Auckland, New Zealand for a month soon, and then we'll be in Sydney for a month and stopping in Perth for a bit, and then heading over to Europe for a few months, bouncing around different countries. So I'll be, working and live streaming from all those places. And so if there's any cool game shows we can go see in Spain or France or Italy or who knows where, we will aim to attend. I think there's going to be one in Auckland while I'm there.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we've had 2 requests already for or a couple requests, more than 2, for the Final Wasteland. So we can put that in there. And a couple people have asked about misinformation, which, you guys, we played each of these things separately on the stream on our anniversary. I guess we could probably play all 3 of them in one game tonight if we wanted. I've been batting about 66 against misinformation. I know a lot of people say she's really, really hard, but I have played about 5 or 6 games against her, and I'm winning probably about 2/3 of them, which I think is pretty cool. So.
Yeah, she's harder the more heroes you have, I think.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I've beaten her with 4, and I've beaten her with 3. I don't know if I've beaten her with 5. So, yeah, a couple people have suggested Akash'Bhuta in Final Wasteland, since there's quite a few targets. That could be an interesting game.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's do that.
All right, I love it.
We're going to play regular or advanced?
I mean, I feel like not playing advanced is kind of...
We can play advanced.
Yeah. I play almost everything advanced these days, with the exception of villains that I haven't really figured out yet. So, I haven't played Misinformation on advanced yet, because I read her advanced rule. So, first of all, increase damage dealt to hero targets by 1 on the side when you can't even hit her. But if you flip her over, reduce damage to her by 2. I was like, oh my goodness. That is just...
Yeah, just wait until you see some of the later villains. Like Infinitor on advanced is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Literally and figuratively crazy.
All right, so here we are, folks. We've got Advanced Akash'Bhuta in the Final Wasteland versus a team of Scholar, GI Bunker, Unity, and the Argent Adept.
All right, so yeah, basically almost every card in the Final Wasteland, 12 out of 15, I think, are targets. So She's going to be playing a lot of extra cards.
The natural order is one of chaos. Flee and flail, you temporary beings. Now, let's just all sit back and think a spell. No need to get all riled up, man.
No FPO.
That.
You got those lines.
Yeah, the what's it called? The sandworm really tied the final wasteland together, man. All right, let's see what everybody's got. Scholar starts with alchemical. Here, I'll pop these open since he is still pretty new. Alchemical redirection. Redirect all damage that would be dealt to hero targets to the scholar at the start of your turn to destroy this card. Bring what you need, which is an ongoing limited, an additional power. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 2 in your hand and 1 on the bottom. Don't dismiss anything. Love this card. Each player may either move 1 card from their trash to the top of their deck or put the top card of their deck into play. I like this card because it fits my playstyle very well, which is let the heroes play more cards and just see what happens. Obviously, if you're playing it with like Night Mist or somebody, or even Visionary who can do some deck management on the heroes, it becomes even better. But I usually like the random feeling of it. Then we got Proverbs and Axioms. Each player draws 1 card. Each hero character may either regain 2 HP or deal themselves 3 psychic damage and use a power, which is another really cool one. GI Bunkers starts with decommission hardware, flat cannon, maintenance unit, and upgrade mode. Unity, we got 3 bots and a brainstorm. Not bad. One of them is Swiftbot, so that's cool. And then Argent Adept's got a counterpoint bulwark, instrumental conjuration, a Scherzo of Frost and Flame, and Silver Shadow.
Yeah, if we can get Stealth Bot out with that counterpoint, it's really good.
All right, so we can start off with a Mountainous Carapace. And let's see here. What should we start with? I feel like it's a little early for an alchemical redirection. I mean, I guess we could dive right in with a Don't Dismiss Anything and just get a bunch of cards out and see what happens.
I mean, the nice thing of having the Argent Adept is that we can control what that does via Vernal Sonata.
Sure.
So if you want, we could do that, but
right,
we could also be a little smarter about it later if you want to hold on to it. But
yeah,
it's up
I'll
to
just
you.
get out my Bring What You Need and get a couple extra cards.
That's pretty smart, I think, at this point.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, keep moving. Search your deck for an elemental, put it into play, shuffle your deck, and then play a card. This is your impromptu invention for the Scholar. And then we got Grace Under Fire. I think I'm probably going to keep moving, and the second Proverbs and Axioms. Grace Under Fire will probably be good later. So we'll just sort of see. And then I get Truth Seeker, which is a damage-dealing power card.
All right, so I could hit or use Panzerbuster on Akash'Bhuta since she's got a Mountainous Carapace, but I think probably what makes sense is just to get the Flat Cannon out and hit the Carapace at this point, because there's not really much going on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. But we have the Panzerbuster ready if needed. Oh, right, we're on advanced, so there's -1 all the time.
On this side.
Yeah, on this side. Excuse me. So yeah, your Brainstorm is actually not going to do any damage. So unless you want the card draw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is 2 cards, so I am going to do that. And 'cause I have no equipment, so...
Well, you can destroy bunkers.
That's true, but...
It's totally worth it to get Swiftbot out.
All right, I will do that. Inspired Repair and Powered Shockwave. So I still have only 1 equipment, but it's the equipment that lets me draw another card, so that's good.
All right, Argent Adept. I think I'm going to get at that counterpoint so I can do something useful on my first turn. Whoa. And hang on a second.
I'm hanging on.
My music turned on when I used Vocalize. I think that's a bug.
Ruh-roh.
Did it happen to you?
I have my music on, so...
Okay, I think it was because my music was at 0. I'm going to have to look at that. I fixed a bug with the Argent Adept, but it looks like it might have introduced something else. All right, I'm going to use that, and give a damage reduction to Swiftbot and Unity, I think.
And we thank you. Yeah, my main thing was just Swiftbot because I don't.
All the other characters can heal themselves, so
right. Abominable Snowman. Immune to cold damage, and I believe it does two different targets damage. Does the non-environment target with the second lowest 2 cold and 2 melee? That's why I was thinking
it does one target.
One target, but 2
Yeah,
different.
so the second lowest is usually going to be one of. It's going to be either a bot or one of her things. One of her limbs. Not too bad a start here for Akash'Bhuta.
All right, I think. We haven't taken a lot of damage yet, have we?
Nope.
I wonder if. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get Truth Seeker out, and then let's see. That's 1 target, 2 melee damage. So that'd basically be 1 melee damage, but I also get to draw a card, so I'm going to do that. The Carapace is probably the smarter choice. Or should I start hitting that Abominable Snowman? Do you think we can get it out before it's going to deal a bunch of damage?
It's going to hit one of them, right?
Oh, that's
true. We can make it so it hits one of them.
That's true, yeah, Swiftbot's only 6.
It depends if you play another bot.
Yeah.
Or depends on where we get the Carapace too. So we can arrange it so that it hits one of them, most likely. I'm surprised you didn't play Keep Moving and get a form out.
I didn't have any forms yet. I just drew one. Oh, that's right.
So
you get to pick
read what
one.
Keep Moving says.
Yes, you get to take one. Yes, yeah, I'm still learning the Scholar, but I'm enjoying him. So
there you go. A learning moment.
Indeed.
All right, so Bunker, I think I'm going to use Heavy Plating and then play Heavy Plating and use Panzer Buster on Akash'Bhuta. So she can start taking hits.
Does Abominable Snowman's damage check change in between its instances of damage dealing? Or can it?
No.
No? Okay, so it always hits the same...
You choose the non-environment target with the second lowest HP, and then that thing happens to it.
Okay, got it. All right, I'm going to supply...
You have to play 2 cards, remember.
Yep. And I get a volatile parts. And then I'm going to Inspired Repair, even though I'm not going to... Ooh, there we go. Get that Construction Pylon. And then...
Yeah, so if you put 2 bots into play, the Snowman's going to hit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Hang on a second. I was just looking at the HPs. So let's back up.
Hang on a second. My computer's not cooperating. There we go.
All right, let's try this again. So I definitely want to do the supply crate. I think I will still do that Inspired Repair, but then instead of the Construction Pylon this turn, I'm going to play the Volatile Parts. And yeah, I think I'm actually just going to leave it at that. And then I'll consider getting the Raptor Bot and the B-Bot out next turn. And so I get a Powered Shockwave and a Modular Workbench. Excellent.
Cool. Alright, I'm going to play Arcane Cadence, I think. Look for something to let me help people play cards. And I found some things. We don't really have a lot in our trashes right now to put on top for Don't Dismiss Anything. So I'll put Vernal Sonata in my hand to have that for later. And I'm going to get all these nice cards ready. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I clicked the wrong thing. Can we rewind?
Yep. Come on. There we go.
I actually want to put Vernal Sonata in my hand and Preparation on top, Rhapsody on bottom, Drum in the trash. And then I will let someone play a card. Who would like to play a card?
We can, if you want to let me do the keep moving, which I did not do on my turn, but I could have.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Why don't we do that?
Whoa.
All right, and I think I'm actually going to go ahead and I have Solid the Liquid in my hand.
Flesh to Iron is nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Flesh to Iron.
It's nice to have one of those out all the time.
Yeah.
Like, damage reduction by 2 is crazy.
And then I'm actually going to go ahead and play Solid to Liquid. All right, and now the environment's going to go after that Mountainous Carapace for us a bit. Now we got a Rat Beast. Target with second highest HP is where the Rat Beast goes after.
That's going to be one of us, usually.
Yeah, I think Scholar can take it.
Yeah, he's happy to take damage, and it's -2, so.
Yep.
All right, now we're all getting hit. Including the environment. Excuse me.
All right, so do I want to discard for Flesh to Iron? All right, I did not put out the one that when I heal.
Yeah,
I
so the
also
nice thing
get
with
damage.
your Flesh to Iron and Alchemical Redirection is awesome because when you have -2, like basically no one's going to take damage. Except you might take a 1 here and there.
All right, so I think, let's see, what one is expect the worst? Whenever Scholar would be dealt damage, reduce that damage to 0. At the start of your turn, the Scholar regains 2 HP and destroys this card. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to lose that Solid to Liquid. I'm going to discard one of the proverbs and axioms to keep Flesh to Iron, but then I'm going to skip and let Solid to Liquid go away because I still got plenty of HP sitting around.
Why'd you play it then?
I probably shouldn't have.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and put out Alchemical Redirection. And then... what is our, what's our goal this turn? Are we trying to knock out, like, that Mountainous Carapace?
Sure.
And then, wait, who's... Okay, Entomb. Oh, I remember Entomb. Okay. All right, so then I will deal some damage to the Carapace and draw another card. Ah, Transmutive Recovery. Love that card.
All right, I think I'm going to use External Combustion to do some damage to everything.
I like
Should
it.
be solid at this point. And it goes to the Scholar for 0.
Excellent. And it looks like you're Panzer-bustering Akash'Bhuta.
Yep.
And we got a maintenance unit. All right.
I mean,
Start
now
the
you
turn.
can start to do tons of damage as Unity.
Yeah. All right, so I drew another 2 cards, and now I actually have 2 Raptor bots. Oh, and I can do that too. Yeah.
3 Raptor bots.
3 Raptor bots. I only have 1 bot in play right now. Yeah, so we'll do modular workbench. And then I'm going to discard one of these powered shockwaves and get 2 of these Raptor bots out.
How are you getting 2 Raptor bots out if you're using modular workbench?
Oh, I did that wrong. That's why I hit the wrong damn power. All right.
I think you want to use the pylon.
Yeah, I want to use the pylon. And that's how I was going to get 2 Raptor bots out. Raptor bot, Raptor bot. And I drew another modular workbench and a volatile parts. All right, so
remember, any damage going towards hero targets is going to go to the Scholar. So your bots are going to be safe.
So let's see. Should I just do both of these and get rid of that Carapace? Or should I could get rid of the Abominable Snowman?
Yeah, I would take out the Carapace. The Snowman, the thing is, the Snowman's not going to hurt us, right?
Right.
It's going to go to... well, you could leave the Carapace because the Snowman will kill it if you want.
Well,
But it doesn't matter. It's fine. The Snowman will just do nothing, so...
right.
Okay. I think I'm going to get out an instrument and start playing some play card songs, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, so rhythm and harmony. So that's going to be
The lyra.
The bell.
And the nice thing here is I can play Alacritus Subdominance Perform Text in order to play Inventive Preparation, and then I can accompany that.
Nice.
Have someone else play. So who would like to play a card?
You're breaking
Let's
up
see.
there a bit. Just FYI.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get a bot out, which wouldn't
Actually,
suck.
if we use Proverbs and Axioms, everyone can deal themselves damage to use a power, but it goes to the Scholar for 1 damage instead of 3 to themselves.
Oh, great. Yeah, and I've got Transmuted Recovery, so I can recover like half of that next turn.
Yeah.
And I get another don't dismiss anything. We get a Gatling gun. Champion bot, love it. And there's your Vernal Sonata. All right. So I actually think I'm gonna. My max HP recovery would be just to regain 2, right? If I want to sort of gird myself for the oncoming onslaught.
There's no oncoming onslaught. It's only 1 damage each.
True, but that's 4 damage, and then there's going to be anything else that comes up over the course of the turn is going to come at me.
I think you'll be fine.
All right.
You can do more by using a power, like getting a lot of cards in your hand, or
Yeah, I'm just going to do that.
like
All right, so I get it. Oh, there's my Mortal Form to energy.
as
So-
a Scholar, you want to take damage so that you can heal, right?
Yeah. All right, so if I already have both Bring What You Need and Truth Seeker in play, which one of these do you think would be a better one to have a second copy of?
No matter, you're probably going to discard it on your turn.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see, does Bunker actually have a useful power to use? I could use Panzer Buster I guess, I mean, those other targets have -1 to damage, so I could use Panzerbuster on them. Maybe I'll do that. On the phalanges. Or the rock slide, actually, I think. Well, the rock slide actually won't hurt us. Yeah, it won't hurt us, though, because of the Scholar. So
it's only 2 projectile damage.
So your Unity can get another bot out.
Yes. What do you think? Champion bot?
Champion bot would be fine. B bot would be fine. Anything's fine at this point because, I mean, B bot's not going to get destroyed because of the Scholar. So whatever you think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I mean, how can I not be the guy who wants to do more and more damage? I mean, at this point, putting out a Raptor bot or Champion bot is going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be discarding all of those shockwaves either. They're going to be really useful.
Yes, I discarded one of them because I didn't want to discard one of the B bots, but.
And the Argent Adept, I can have someone play another card if I use a power, so that's going to happen. Or, as someone suggested, we could use Inventive Preparation to try to prepare for a Don't Dismiss Anything.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I just keep getting Unity to play more bots.
Yeah, sure.
That seems like okay to me, so I'm going to do that. And you're going to be doing an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, what are those Raptor bots each doing? Either 5 or 6? Or 7? Wait.
And you can play Powered Shockwave, too.
Yep. Uh-oh. I hate that card.
That's no problem. It's just going to... Well, it's going to be the Scholar, so that's... Actually, the hero target, so it's going to be... Is it the hero character card or the hero target? Hero target. So it's going to be one of the Raptor bots can't deal damage.
Should have put
Here
out.
it doesn't matter because it's going to redirect. Yeah, so Scholar's taking a little damage, but he can heal like crazy. So you can just do that in your turn. Focus on healing if you want.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, actually, this Entomb is going to take care of all of the environment targets. It is going to hit the Scholar a bunch.
Yep. Oh, like a bunch.
We should have had you play that other card so you don't die. Yeah, you're going to die.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, we should have had you play that other card that lets you reduce all the damage to 0. I didn't realize that because you played all those extra bots, that's doing more damage to
yeah.
Scholar, right?
So I guess I was right about the oncoming onslaught.
That's true.
Let that be a lesson to you, John.
I think we'll be fine.
Always listen to me.
There, see now the Scholar isn't prevented from dealing damage anymore. And this rock slide is going to kill your bots.
Boy, did we ever go from on top of the world to... The order matters here. Vote for the Raptor bots first. Because you're going to get to hit that living rock slide and stop it from hitting us. Oh, but the -1, it actually won't be enough. So, okay, choose for me. Well, there was a way for us to not have the Scholar die, but we neglected to make it happen. So, let that be a lesson to us all.
Swiftbot can't deal
living rock
damage.
slides, not fun.
Let's see. We get to see his incapacitated side. We didn't see that before.
That was exactly my plan all along. Because I wanted to show off the incapacitated side. So Scholar can have one player draw a card, one hero use a power, or up to 2 targets regain 1 HP each. I wonder if...
I think you should definitely put a B-Bot out this round so we can get rid of Entomb.
Yeah. Can you think of anything I should do other than healing up the 2 bots for 1 each? Like, what would you do?
You have the Argent Adept use a power.
That's true. Get that whole thing
That's
going.
usually a good idea. Because I can play a card. I can play something interesting. I think I'm going to have Bunker play Gatling Gun. Does Unity have anything you want to play? You get 2 plays on your turn, so you might not need necessarily.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm going to have the Argent Adept play a card first. To play Vernal Sonata, I think. And there's your healing. I think I'm going to get that external combustion back. It's handy against this. All right, and then, so I could have, I think I'm going to have Bunker play Gatling Gun so he can use it for free. That rock slide, the raptor. Oh, you don't have raptor bots anymore, do you? They got killed.
Yep.
But you can use powered shockwave.
I can use powered shockwave
to do a massive damage. So anything that's going to do.
I mean, it's not going to be a super massive damage.
Well, it's 4 to all villain targets.
Do we have another damage booster in play? I only have 2 bots out.
Yes, 2 bots plus 1. Plus 1 from Champion Bot is 4.
Oh, is one of them... Oh, that's right. It is one of them is still Champion Bot.
So anything with 3 or less will get destroyed, so I don't need to hit the Living Rock Slide. Probably should hit the other one, but oh well. Let's see. Actually, I can get that flat cannon back, which is what I want. And we can try to knock these down a bit. And I don't think the order matters. Hooray!
All right. Good times.
Yeah, having 2 volatile parts is pretty great.
Is there any equipment that I can eat, or should I modular
You could
workbench and discard the other modular workbench?
Yeah, I would discard the other modular workbench.
Okay.
Now that B-Bot will stop the Entomb for us. In theory.
theory. So there's some discussion happening in the chat of Halo 5. Actually, I played Halo 5 at PAX, well, before PAX, at the Xbox One indie event thing. And it was cool and everything, but this is actually the first Halo I don't think I'm buying, like, in the launch week.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might be over shooters. Like, for real.
I won't be buying it because I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
But let's see. What do I want to do? I could Vernal Sonata again. If you want some more health for those bots, might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, it wouldn't be terrible.
Okay. I think Bunker doesn't need any of those things. Spread Repair is always nice to have back. I think I'm just going to skip the Argent Adept here. And now I can play my Lyra. Let's see. So, does Unity want to play another B-bot?
Sure.
Or you could play Brainstorm and then maybe play something else.
Ooh, yeah, I like that better. There's that Inspired Repair, and there's a Construction Pylon.
You can actually deal damage.
Can
So you
I
got a
get these
+1.
guys? Yeah, all right. So what are we thinking? Rock Slide and then Snare and both the Brambles? Or
Yeah, Rock Slide for sure. And yeah, Rock Slide and the Brambles. That makes sense. So what'd you pick up? Another Pylon and the Inspired Repair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use the Inspired Repair to heal the rest of your guys up and play the B-bot.
That is true. And I draw another Brainstorm.
You can play Brainstorm. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm totally doing that. Scrap Metal, Flash Forge. And hit all three of those same ones again. And heal, heal.
Cool. Hey, it's not a target.
Yay! It's our bunker. But not GI
Not
bunker.
bunker.
It's Bunker's bunker.
All right, so we'll hit B-bot first. And then B-bot can destroy other things. So yeah, if you want,
Oh, right.
that's going to take out the Living Rock Slide, but if we want to take out something else, I think it makes sense to hit the Living Rock Slide. So let's hit the first volatile parts, and then the second volatile parts. And then with the B-bot one, you get to choose the target.
Right.
But volatile parts is always the lowest villain target. Probably Brambles, I guess.
Yeah, one of the Brambles. And then Khan's bunker.
More limbs.
And Primeval Eruption. Another Brambles.
That's all right. They're just going after, like, Swift Boss. Swiftbot can't deal damage. Oh no, what will we ever do?
All right. Same as last time. Argent Adept, use the power.
I think so. If we've got cards to play. Now let's see. Unity doesn't really have a lot. I guess you could flash forge into stealth bot finally. Might not be a bad call.
Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah. Play a card. Let's do that, and then maybe you can just play stealth bot or something else.
All right, so we'll get rid of scrap metal. I feel like I never want to discard a construction pylon, but I'm going to.
Well, it all depends on what you're going for.
Yeah. All right, so let's get.
Yeah, because you could put out stealth bot right now, and turret bot I can have you play right now, so it's going to go off at the start of your turn.
Love it.
All right, so I think I'm going to use external combustion. So I'm going to chip down.
Yeah, get
some of
something
these
else
other
in
targets.
the death range.
I don't think I can get the brambles in the death range, but at least I can start chipping away at these carapace. And then yeah, I think I can flak. I'm going to flak cannon something. The brambles to death, I guess. Ooh, ammo drop. That'll come in handy.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say I can get the phalanges down to 1, or I could work at chipping away at some of the others so that they're a little closer to the death range. All right, so let's construction pylon and
Looking good for Unity.
I got a robot reclamation and a platform bot, so I can start getting some of those raptor bots out of the trash.
Cool. So I'm going to switch to using counterpoint bulwark, so that stealth bot has -2, which will be really nice.
Awesome.
So I'm going to go ahead and play Arcane Cadence to try to find the bell, which I didn't find, but I got Inspiring Supertonic, which is awesome. All right.
Do each of the songs, there's 2 of each of the songs, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I did not find that card, but that's okay. I'll be fine with Inspiring Supertonic, definitely. Because then I can use the Lyra and use a power and then perform the counterpoint. So stealth bot gets a -1, and then it doesn't really matter who else gets the -1, but I can put it on Unity.
Alrighty.
Okay, and now I can do an accompany. Does someone want to play a card? Actually, I think Bunker wants to play ammo drop.
Yeah, do it.
Because you can play platform bot on your turn,
Yep.
or on the scholar's turn. I suggest destroying Khan's bunker. We don't need more environment cards getting played, and if there's 2 left in the deck, and well, one's a target, one's not. So, yeah, we don't really need it. And good thing we have a B-bot.
Yes, for that Entomb.
Yeah, I wouldn't redirect anything to Stealth Bot if it's going to deal it damage, by the way. Yeah, we'll hit the Rat Beast first. And then we'll hit B-Bot and don't redirect.
What is the lowest now? The Phalanges.
Yeah, and then you could take out the Phalanges and they won't go off.
Yeah, so this is one of those turns where I'm thinking about that Steam thread about modding the game. And about how it's so easy. You just set it up like this. Like, well, funny. It's actually not as easy as you might think. Yeah, so Ronway asks, what in the world happened to Scholar to be knocked out so early in the game?
Alchemical redirection is correct.
Yeah, we had alchemical redirection, and I think neither one of us, really had totally contemplated the fact that there were 2 living rock slides out, and it just ended. So there's that.
I think we can have our Adept use the power.
Yeah, I think that's...
Because basically now at this point I can have anyone else use a power and play a card. So I think I'll have the Argent Adept use his perform.
Well, to be fair, Fleshed Iron did actually help quite a bit, Bessie Rocks. He would have died twice as fast, and then the rest of the team would have taken quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
So it served its purpose. It's just obviously it would have worked out better if the Scholar hadn't been knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it ended up no one else took damage from that.
Yep.
It worked out exactly correctly. Okay, what do I want to play or do? We could have Unity do Robot Reclamation.
Well, I'm definitely going to do that, either on my turn or at some point, because I want to get all those Raptor bots back.
Right. But I could have you do that now, and then you could end up playing 2 bots on your turn, or play a bot now and play a bot on your turn also.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could either play Platform Bot or Robot Reclamation, but basically you'll be able to get bots out for free, which is nice.
All right, well, so if I play Robot Reclamation now, how would I get 2 bots out on my turn?
You get 2 bots out on... You get a bot out on this turn, and a bot out on your turn. Because I can also let you play Platform Bot or the Raptor Bot, whichever you want.
Okay. But if I play... Oh, because you draw a card. Ah, that's why. All right, let's just do that then. All right, so we'll do very top. Raptor.
It's all bots, and I can basically, as long as you can draw cards, I can get you to play those bots.
Yep, it's bots all the way down.
So I can have you play a bot, which I think makes sense. Yeah, I could have you draw a card, but I think I'll have you play the bot. I think the Raptor bot's actually going to do more damage than the platform bot at this point.
Oh yeah.
All right. What am I going to play? Do I have anything decommissioned that I want back? Nope. Excuse me. I'm going to play that so I just want more cards. More options for a bunker. Yeah, turret mode will be nice at this point.
And actually, yeah, external combustion will be awesome for next turn because Akash'Bhuta is going to flip.
Yeah,
and
won't have damage reduction
all
anymore.
that damage reduction will go away, and we'll be able to just unleash.
Raptor bot will probably be able to kill that
The
Carapace outright,
so I
right?
think I'm going to go after the Brambles is the next lowest. It looks like that'll be a decent choice.
Yeah, because the Brambles are going to start going after Raptor bots.
Am I skipping?
I mean, you could, if you want, you could put a platform bot with your power.
Yeah, but I would kill the modular workbench for that. I'm wondering if...
I would do it.
Yeah? All right.
Like, you're going to just be drawing bots,
That's true, because
right?
my modular workbench is going to... Yeah, I'm going to have nothing but bots, which I'm not going to want to discard. So, unless... Is there anything else we don't need?
I would get rid of the workbench.
Yeah.
Like, I can have you draw cards, play cards, like, ridiculous. So, the more bots, the more damage your Raptor bot's going to do. 7.
Holy cow, yeah. Now I don't even want to
Yeah.
waste it on the Mountainous Carapace.
Hit the Carapace first, though, because of the damage reduction to Akash'Bhuta.
I believe advanced for Akash'Bhuta on the flip is increased damage dealt by... Let's actually just bring it up. Like, at the end of the villain turn, Akash'Bhuta deals the 3 non-villain targets with the highest HP 3 melee damage each. So that's not at all what I was thinking. So basically, it's just to have some extra damage dealt.
Yeah, she does damage.
Yeah.
And she plays a card when an environment target is destroyed. So we're going to want to avoid destroying environment cards if we can. Environment targets, that is.
Right.
Okay. What am I doing? Excuse me. I think I want to get more of my awesome instruments out. So I'm going to look for them with Arcane Cadence. Okay. Saraband Destruction is always handy. I will hold on to that. And hang on to the Rhapsody. And the rest can go away because I already have... Activate an accompany text. I guess Unity can play a card. Bebot would be good to get out in case another... Actually, there isn't another Entomb, I don't think, is there. Let's take a look at Akash'Bhuta's deck. There isn't. But it could be useful. Anyways. And I'm sure we'll have more opportunities for you to do things. Um, I'm going to play Vernal Sonata because I've been trying to get Instrumental Conjuration, but I haven't gotten one. So I'm going to just put it back on top of my deck. Yeah, Bunker can skip.
Whoa.
All right, Stealth Bot gets it to -1. And Unity can have a -1.
Love it.
And let's see. Bunker could play a card. Potentially. It might be nice to play Grenade Launcher and then next turn go into turret mode. I'm going to do that.
All right, so we got this New Jersey Devil taking out all the stuff.
Well, we can hit the brambles first. Now Akash'Bhuta has flipped over. And probably can redirect that to keep your bot from blowing up unless you want it to blow up. It's only 1 damage to Stealth Bot.
Yeah, the Raptor Bot is doing... I mean, granted, he lost one of his brothers, but he's still doing a lot of damage, so...
Yeah. All right, target-rich environment. These, I think we would just leave, like, don't let Stealth Bot take them.
Okay.
It's only going to be a couple damage. Bunker can take this. And now this is all going to be 0 to heading over to Stealth Bot. So I would redirect it all. Yay, Stealth Bot! So Unity's going to do like 40 damage under turn or something.
All right. Same old, same old.
Okay. So first I'm going to have the Ardent Adept play a card.
You gonna go get your instrument that you were digging for but couldn't find?
Yeah. I want the harp. And who would like to play a card? I guess you could play B-Bot. Or Bunker could play something ahead of his turn, like external combustion, might not be a bad idea. Because he's not going to get to play external combustion, because he's going to go into turret mode.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a better choice. I mean, I could have played that bot, and then I could skip since I wouldn't have any bots to play either way, and then just get two more bots, which are still on the top of my deck. But
I think skipping is not a bad call anyways.
yeah.
For Unity. It's just a B-bot. Oh yeah, you can redirect it for 0 damage.
Nice.
Alright, she's going to play a card when I blow up the New Jersey Devil. So let's hit the New Jersey... Actually, let's not hit the New Jersey Devil last, because it might be a Carapace.
Aha.
Actually, it's not a vote, so I'm just going to do it. Entomb. Maybe you do want to get that B-bot out. If not, the Argent Adept could destroy it. Actually, the Argent Adept could have you play V-Bot. So we'll just do that.
So I should skip?
Yeah, I think that's probably okay.
Yeah, and then I'll end up with 2... Well, I think I might have already cycled through. There's one more Raptor bot on top of my deck, and then I don't know what. Maybe Cryobot.
I'm just going to chip these things down a bit for your things to destroy things. And I'm going to make damage irreducible to Akash'Bhuta. You could just go directly after Akash'Bhuta or hit some limbs.
Yeah, let's see what I've got here. I have the platform bot that's going to do 3.
4.
4. And I have a... Let's see,
The Raptor bots are going to do... They're going to do 9 damage each.
All right, so what are the 2 higher?
I guess I could have been smarter about what I hit on my turn.
That's all right.
Yeah, so leave the 2 highest and take out some other things, I guess.
Yeah, like if I platform bot against... Wait, so turret bot's going to do 4 and platform bot's going to do 4. Are you... What is the best...
So you can take out 3. You can take out 3.
Yeah.
So, the Carapace is actually not doing anything now because I used, whatchamacallit. So what you could do is have Platform Bot and Turret Bot go after the 7 and have the Raptor Bots take out the 6s.
And then we're not worried about the rock slide because of Stealth Bot, right?
As a Stealth Bot, yeah.
Okay. All right, I like that plan. All right, so we're gonna go after the 7.
It's like, oh, I'm doing too much damage, I'm wasting it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Love it. All right, and then 6 or 9, as it were. But that's still the better choice because it's going to redirect and do 12, right?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
Yeah, because it's not...
And those would do us a little bit of damage, so it's nice to get rid of them.
Oh, Akash'Bhuta, you did not know who you were messing with today.
Yeah, she's much easier to smash on this side, so the timing was good there.
Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 10 of Unity's 14 bots are either on the field or in my hand at this point. So I believe I have a new goal.
Do you want me to have you play a B-bot so that I can take care of the Entomb?
Yeah, if you think that's the best way to get rid of the Entomb, let's do that. Because you had said that Argenette could do it too. What was your thought about that?
I mean, I have a Saraband of Destruction, so.
Is that the one that requires you to kill an instrument, though?
Nope.
Oh, that's just the one that's you can pick anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We'll use a B-bot. I think that's a better choice. Because you also get to do your volatile parts damage.
Right, yeah. Although that's going to get in the way of my Grandmaster plan of having all 4 bots in play at once. I've done that once before, and it was glorious.
Time to do my shenanigans.
Whoa.
All right. On the backswing. Do you want to play another bot? I guess you don't really need me to help you, but I could have you draw a card instead.
Yeah, let's draw a card because I'm going to put out Construction Pylon next turn. And
Yeah, I figured.
So
there you go. I can have you play Supply Crate.
Perfect.
On Scholar's turn. Oh, Skunk Ape time. Skunk Ape's going to kill B-Bot. Oh, actually, we could have it all redirect to Stealth Bot, but we may as well.
Well, we should let it hit all the bad guys first, right?
Sure. Yeah, actually, we can, if these are going to be lower than it, so B-Bot, or the volatile parts, is going to hit Akash'Bhuta's stuff instead. Because it'll always go for the lowest HP, right? Like, all this damage can go to Stealth Bot for 0. So why don't we just actually do that?
And then, and just leave it out?
Yeah, because...
well, because we still want to kill the B-Bot to get rid of Entomb.
That's right. So we could do that now, or we could do it on Akash'Bhuta's turn. Either way. But we don't want to... Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So which would you rather do?
I say no time like the present.
Okay.
Akash'Bhuta discarded Unforgiving Wasteland. Which is a bummer because I wanted to see how that card works.
And yeah, get rid of Entomb. And then all these can redirect to Stealth Bot.
All right. And out comes the rejuvenating entropy.
Too bad.
Bummers. I mean, those volatile parts are fun, but I can get rid of those. If I assume we would rather keep around keep Argent set up.
Yeah, I want to keep Argent set up. So, I mean, we don't need heavy plating because we have Stealth Bot.
Okay.
I'd like to keep the flak gun and grenade launcher. So yeah, let's get rid of. We can get rid of all the parts. Sure. And yeah, Gatling gun does less than the other two things. So.
And it costs more.
Yeah. We still have lots of health.
Yeah.
I can start having the RZF heal us up a little more regularly too. Okay, so who wants to do things? Yeah, you could play. I could have you play Supply Crate.
I like it.
So that you can do that cool stuff.
Whoa.
I'm going to deal some damage. Nemesis bonus. And then we'll have Unity play a card.
And I drew another supply crate. Wonderful.
Let's just stay in turret mode and start pounding on things. We're going to be killing that Carapace at the start of Unity's turn, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm going to not hit the Skunk Ape because he's no threat to us.
Yep.
And it would make her play a card.
Live and let live. That's what I say.
Yeah. Focus, Akash, and...
The audio very well might be out of sync, OPT Lawyer. That is related to the piece of software that we use that captures the audio and then feeds it into the streaming. It gets slowly more and more out of sync as time goes on. And I had to reinstall it today with a new version because I updated to the newest newest OS 10. So it very well might be out of sync.
I think I might not be on the chat anymore.
Yeah, why not?
Now you get to play 2 cards.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to do this.
Play another Supply Crate.
Well, I was actually thinking I'd play Brainstorm now, because that's going to give me 2 cards immediately. I still have Cryobot, B-Bot, and 2 Platform Bots in there. And I feel like I'd rather get... Yeah, I'm going to Brainstorm. So there's Cryobot and Scrap Metal. Alright, so we'll do 2 damage to that. And stop dealing damage so we don't hit that. And then...
Yeah, I put B-Bot and Raptorbot.
Yep. I mean, I do like Cryobot, but I think that having a B-Bot ready to go in case something else comes up that we need to deal with is probably the better choice. And there's a Hasty Augmentation, and a Hasty Augmentation, and 11 damage to Akash'Bhuta. And 4 damage to Akash'Bhuta. And 11 damage to Akash'Bhuta.
That's 33 damage from Raptor Bots.
And 11 damage to Akash'Bhuta.
Yeah, you're doing like 45 damage on your turn or something like that. Or 40 damage. It's nuts. Cool.
Yeah, I think we got this.
I think so.
Even with the character that I was so excited to play with getting knocked out basically in round 2.
Yeah.
So I know that everybody had to really gnash their teeth to decide whether they were going to watch us or the World Series tonight, but apparently you don't have to worry about that choice because I guess the World Series just blacked out. I just happened to look at my Twitter stream, and there's people complaining that the game is out.
Oh. Like a network
Yeah, like
problem?
I think
or an earthquake?
The network problem, I think.
Okay, a company text. Do we even need to worry about Stealthbot having his -1?
I mean, I feel like
we're okay with it.
I feel like we can make this 16 damage happen.
Especially because I can have Unity play Hasty Augmentation on Bunker.
Oh yeah, there you go. Love it.
There's another 6.
So apparently it was technical difficulties for Fox, and they actually stopped play while they worked it out.
Ah.
Whoa.
Gonna be doing lots of damage with the Architect. 6 health. Here we can just take no damage because of Stealthbot. Well, the Scholar's been helping in a knocked out fashion.
Disrupt the field!
Oh no, Bebop won't be able to deal damage. Whatever will we do?
Wah, wah. There you go. There you go, Bunker.
All right.
Give you a little bit of healings while you go into the killing blow.
Bunker is going to finish off this business. Cool.
There it is.
Akash'Bhuta cannot take over the final wasteland.
That was a solidly fun game.
Yeah.
Even though Scholar got knocked out early, I still felt like I was having a good time.
Yeah, it looked like things were going wrong, and then but we were able to get set up and basically steamroll with Unity. Like, Argent Adept and Unity pair together so well.
Yeah.
Especially when someone's other incapability lets the Argent Adept basically have another turn.
Yeah, well, and that's what one of the things I've been doing is I've been trying to figure out, like, who do I want to start pairing the Scholar with in terms of, like, oh, okay, do a little bit of damage or heal it up or do whatever. And obviously, Argent Adept pairs well with just about everything. But I wanted to see how Unity and Scholar could play together. I was kind of going for a mini pack mashup tonight. And he didn't last so long, but what are you going to do?
Well, he protected everyone.
He did.
That's what he does. So we just didn't quite realize that it was going to kill him.
Yeah.
But we definitely could have prevented it. So something to watch out for next time.
Indeed. All right, folks. We're not going to play a second game tonight. It's been an hour and a half. It's 9:30. I got 15 minutes to go catch my train. But thank you, as always, for joining us for Sentinels Live here on Tuesday night / Wednesday morning in Australia.
That's right. So if you're in Australia, come and visit us at PAX this weekend.
Yes, indeed. I, unfortunately, did not make the trip to PAX this year because I couldn't miss Halloween 2 years in a row. It's my all-time favorite holiday, and with 3 kids, I want to be with them on Halloween. Maybe next year I'll bring them with me to Australia for Halloween. But yeah, so come stop by PAX, say hi to John, say hi to Christopher, Paul, and I believe Craig are the 3 from Greater Than the Games that are there, yes?
Yep.
Yes, and then if you're in Columbus, Ohio next weekend, come by the Ohio Game Developers Expo. It's at COSI, the Center of Science and Industry down there in downtown Columbus. It's a pretty awesome little museum, and they're hosting the Game Dev Expo for I believe the 2nd year running. And it should be a lot of fun, and we will be there showing off Sentinel stuff. Get a chance probably to play Mini Pack 2 before it comes out.